personally, it's an honor and a pleasure, and also to come here to the lake and to show what we've been able to do in the coast, because we've often talked about the specificities of the coast, but there are things that are very similar. So some of the things are similar, some are different, but certainly we can learn some lessons here.
We are yet to fully comprehend the opportunities that come with the blue economy, and even come up with policies and programs that can properly utilize this space, both for food, of course in a sustainable manner in terms of environmental sustainability. We're also looking at it as opportunity to create employment for our young people. We're also looking at it as opportunity to open up markets for this region. And we always talk about blue economy. When we talk about Lake Region Economic Bloc, then definitely we are all talking about the Lake Basin, the Lake Victoria, and all the rivers, all the waters that flow in. So it's a whole ecosystem that we are looking at. And with a population of 15 million people, if we don't exploit it in a sustainable manner, in a planned manner, it becomes a challenge.
With regards to the Go Blue project, our institution participated in several actions and initiatives that are on the ground and are worthy of just describing. One of them was the implementation of constructed wetlands, and these are wetlands designed to capture pollutants from source and clean up that water. One place we implemented this was Shimalatewa Prison in Mutwapa, for those familiar with the coast. And the water that flows from the prison into Mutwapa Creek is now much cleaner than it was before this project. The other thing that we have done is support for mangroves, coastal forests, and implementation of blue carbon projects. This is very big for us at the coast. Started in a small village known as Gazi and has expanded to Vanga in the south coast and into Lamu. The forests of Lamu are currently documented under this project, and soon those credits will be sold as an innovation, a nature-based innovation.
It's clear that Kenya's blue economy provides a really important pillar for the sustainable and prosperous development of Kenya. Essentially, it underpins the bottom-up economic transformation agenda that the government have set to promote infrastructure development, but also environmental resource management, social equity, and governance.
So Blue Incubation Hub means we work with young people, the techies, the youth, the women, especially with business ideas, brilliant business ideas. As you know, Kenya this is where we excel. I know everyone talks about M-Pesa, but there's so much lying there that has been in terms of technology and innovations. I was reading a data statistics the other day that we are the #1 user of ChatGPT in the world. So, and crypto at some point. And so people with their mobile phones, there's a lot they're doing. And so this is a country that has lots of potential. And we were very privileged to be supported by European Union to implement. We were one of the contractors. We worked with almost 300 entrepreneurs in aquaculture, in mariculture, in maritime tourism, etc. Last year, one of the activities in the summit is that we have a deal room, and we connected, we brought in almost $4.3 million in terms of direct investment into the startups. And so because of we bring in the investors, we bring the startups, and they're able to meet, we're able to do the matching. And I think these are now the private sector taking also the leadership from where government and development partners has been able to provide.
And you have no idea what a miraculous plant the mangrove is. In the Caribbean, we have one island, I will not tell you which one, which is below the sea level. And the EU has been financing a seawall out of concrete. Every meter of that cost a fortune. We changed a few years ago to mangrove. And the mangrove forest was more powerful in protecting the land, the capital, from the rising sea levels than the very expensive concrete wall. And on top of it, it provided many jobs for women who were tending the mangrove forest, beekeeping, etc., planting, etc.
I've had opportunity to meet some of the beneficiaries of this program. Last time when I attended the conference on our oceans in Nice, France. Yeah, I was in Nice, yes, in France. Yeah, and I saw some of beneficiaries of this program showcasing at that global stage. We can partner with our TVETs, just to develop curriculums and training, so that when the opportunities come, at least we have those kind of skills that are available. The other day, as you say, he has just talked about the issue of cess, and each county charging cess and not having harmonized policies. Actually, we were having a problem even on the shared resource of Lake Victoria, that when you take a license from one county, and because fish knows no boundary, and other than the landing sites, the waters are just open. So we're saying now, how do you get licensed in Busia? You reach Siaya, they want a license. You reach Kisumu, Homa Bay, they need a license. And I thought those are some of the areas that we need to harmonize. Yeah, if we can have that in terms of collaboration, like for us, even with the regional blocks, it will really be useful for us. We have had a lot of even deaths in the lake here. You remember these, you call it what? The fish kills that we have been having. And sometimes back, I think we were trying to map out the lake and see which areas. But I think even as a month ago, we still had some deaths in Busia and the losses that are happening. The other area that we are also seeing that we need a bit of collaboration is what now we are calling fish cage farming, which is becoming very popular in the lake. But again, if we don't develop clear policies on who does what, where, then you'll find that in future that again may be a source of problems. So those are the few texts I'd say. But I want to thank you, Go Blue. We really look forward that even if the program is coming to an end, we will be able to pick up from where we have been and probably in future expand it.
From my end, I was supposed to summarize. I don't have to do that. Thank you for the great summary. And I also feel that I'm very confident hearing, because the ideas have been coming already and they're here. So what we need to do is maintain the momentum going forward. Keep in touch. We make sure that we connect on LinkedIn. We connect through other means. We keep the exchange flowing. This is not the end. This is the beginning. And I just remain to thank you on behalf of UNEP and UN Habitat, and thank you for the COG for hosting us here. Thank you for the EU. Without the whole support, none of this would have been possible. Excellencies in the room, it's my great pleasure to close, and thank you so much. We've been blessed with a great attendance, and a big clap for yourself as well. You've been here since morning, you've heard a lot, but still you were intent throughout the two sessions. My colleague is just making a quick announcement on a photo session that we're still doing with the panel, and Asante Sana.